Well, hey everyone, it's Scott with BusinessMarketingFuel.com, and today is going to be the third video that we're going to be going over for keyword research, kind of going through narrowing it down your niche and coming up with your idea and your topic. And again, this is part of our BMF Project Authority that myself and Jim Krill are working on currently right now, that is going to be publicly tracked and reported back on as we build out an authority website. All right. So I talked about it on one of our podcasts recently, and I also discussed it in the last video. And you can find all that over at businessmarketingfuel.com. And if you go over there, you'll see a tab on the right-hand side that says BMF Project Authority. You can click on that. You'll get all the information and all the links that are going to be recorded for this project. Okay. But with that being said, let's get into it. We talked about how we came up with the survival niche. Okay. But that's a very big niche. All right, and I'm just going to bring up my my notepad here. These are the ones that we kind of narrowed it down to. Now, if you missed the last video, you're going to want to watch that one because it shows you how we even came up with these. And really, just to kind of sum it up, we found these going through Amazon and eBay and Kindle. Actually discovering if there was a market in survival, and there is. There's other topics we could have went off of, but these ones here came up, and this is why we wanted to drill down through these. Now, some of these I've never heard of. Actually, I've never heard of Bug Out Bag. Jim has, so he was aware of it, and he actually had already started building a Bug Out Bag, which I didn't even know what it was. And Bushcraft, I'd never heard about that either. So these two, Wilderness Survival, obviously I did. And we did talk about camping survival, but that was a little bit of a broader market, not really so much niched down. Each one of these has its own market in a sense. Some of them can cross over a little bit, but most of them have their own market. So let me just show you how we are kind of narrowing this down and zoning in and seeing exactly what's their best chance. What I'm going to do is start with the Google Keyword Research tool, and they've changed that. It's actually in the AdWords. You need an AdWords account to do it. You can sign up for free with that. I believe all you need is a Gmail account. But I'm just going to say Google Keyword tool. Just go Google keywords. It'll come right up, usually the first one. Click on that. You'll need to sign into your AdWords account if you don't already have one. I should be already signed in. Yeah, and I'll just say start over. And I'm going to go under tools, which is right here, and then search for new keyword in ad group ideas. Okay, so your product or service, you're going to type in here, and I'm going to just put in here. Let me go back over here so I don't have to type. And I'm going to go right here. We'll do bushcraft. Let's just do bushcraft without the survival just for right now, because I want it to be more of a broader term. And then you just put it in there, and then what you're going to do is you're going to want to search for that, so you can go ahead down here and say get ideas. Now, all of these things are going to come standard United States English and negative keywords, all that stuff. Don't worry about that right now. Just say get ideas, because that's what we're doing. We're getting ideas. All right. Now, it shows you the average search for all of these words, but not worried about that right now. What we want to do is look at this right here. And this here is like ad groups, but what we want to do is go to keyword ideas. All right. So let's do that. Click on that. And again, it shows you your average monthly searches on all of these that we're talking about. But Bushcraft alone gets 880 searches. Now, if you've listened to the video before this, you know that I mentioned I'm not going after this for Google traffic. I'm going after this right now to see what kind of market is out there. If there's a lot of people searching for something, then that means that there's a market there for it. But I'm not doing this necessarily for the Google traffic. Yes, in the long term, we're going to go after the Google traffic, but right now we're not worrying about that. All right. Okay, the other thing is here they've done this where you can hover over here and it'll give you the trend, okay, which is pretty important to see that this is a pretty steady trend. That's throughout all the months, all the different months, and it's showing you that it's pretty consistent. It jumps a little bit here in these 2 months, a little bit here, but it's pretty consistent. Now, the other thing is if you look down here, you can see bushcraft knives, okay, and again, it's a little up and down, but not bad. These months are more in December and January and February. But it's pretty steady. Bushcraft alone, see, I separated it here. Here it's not separated, 8,100. That's pretty good. All right, so I would probably go off of that bushcraft instead of bush and then craft. So bushcraft, and again, we'll look at this. It's steady all the way across. Okay, bushcraft gear, 1,600. Okay, and so on. So that's what I did. Now, survival knife, that's different, right? That's just survival knife. Now, you may find that for bushcraft, but people that are searching for bushcraft, it's a different individual, okay? But yes, you could have some crossover here, but I'm not going to do that, okay? So that's the ones that we're going to look at. Now, if you wanted to, I can show you one thing. If we wanted to go in here and we wanted to make sure that we only got stuff that was for bushcraft, okay, and not like survival knife by itself, just go to include, exclude, click on that, and then say you only want bushcraft, items that have bushcraft in there, okay? If you do that, it'll automatically update, and now my list is only going to have bushcraft in it, okay? So bushcraft knives, bushcraft, so all of this stuff, right? Bushcraft, or best bushcraft knife, bushcraft skills, Spyderco, that must be a brand, okay? So all of this stuff, okay? So that's how I did that. Now that we're in here, we've got all this stuff set. Let's take out that negative key, or that include keyword. Let's go back there quick and let's take that out, because now we're going to jump to a different keyword idea. All right, so now what I want to do is go back over to my list, and I'm going to go bug out bag, okay? And just keep in mind, though, before we do that, 8100 was the main keyword, right? Bushcraft, 8100. All right, let me go in here, and we're going to do bug out bag, okay? Get ideas, same thing, okay? So now, let's see. Right at the top, it should show me 33,100 are searching for bug out bag. Who would have thought, right? And this is giving you the overall search for all of these different terms, but not that particular one. But for that particular one, I can go here, look at that. It's pretty steady as well. All right. Then we can go bug out bag contents, 1900, bug out bag list, 9900, bug out bag, or best bug out bag, 1600, bug out bag essentials, bug out bag checklist. This one is looking good, okay, because there's, number one, there's a huge market. The other one was, for bushcraft, was just 8100. This bug out bag is 33,100, okay, and it's got a steady flow of traffic in the trending, all right? So that's pretty much how I decided on those two. Now let's just add wilderness survival. And let's get rid of this one now. Put that one back in there and get ideas. And let's look at it. Okay, 4,400. Okay, wilderness survival guide, 480. Wilderness survival books, 260. So you can see almost immediately that it's pretty low. Okay, it's pretty low. The 4,400 is the key, or the seed keyword, pretty low. So out of these three, bug out bags is looking like the one, right? Even though here, I even look at this, the trend is a little up and down, but it's still okay. But you can see clearly. So that didn't take me long at all. I got the three ideas from doing the previous research, and then I took them and then I brought them into here just to do that one thing, right? Just to go ahead and see what kind of market was searching for this, or what kind of people. And the other thing is, it gives you other ideas. So let's go back into bug out bag quick. And I want to do this because I want you to see that you can get other ideas, like bug out bag checklist, bug out bag supplies. That was not that great. Let's see. What to put in bug out bag, like that's being searched. Best bug out bag backpack. Okay, and some of these don't get a lot of searches, but here's the thing. A lot of these do. These are some great blog posts that you could start to write about. Now, Jim and I talked about it. We're not going to build an authority site that's just about bug out bags, right? But it is about survival, and there's a whole market out there that is looking for survival. Okay, whether you're creating something to survive in case there's a national disaster, or if you think that the government's going to shut our country down or isn't going to pay their bills, whatever. There's people out there that are thinking about this all the time. There's also people that build these types of bags that are campers. There's these types of people that travel. They want to build a bug out bag. So there's all different angles that we can take this, and that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be creating a website, a blog that's going to be targeting, at first, we're going to go after bug out bag people, and then from there, we're going to narrow it down even further and start targeting people that have specific ideas or specific goals that they're looking for. But at first, all we're going to do is go out and find people that are interested in survival and that have a not just a passion, but have either a fear for it and they want to prepare themselves, but they are constantly thinking about how to make sure that they're prepared. All right. They call, also, there's another term, I just learned this. It's called, they're like preppers. They're always prepping. Okay, so that's just using the Google Keyword Tool Planner. That's what I used. Simple as that. Now here's what I want to do here, the next thing. All right, so that's pretty much going to wrap up this short video. Again, I want to try to keep these short so you can digest them, but that's how you figure that out. The next thing I want to do now is I want to take a keyword like this. I want to see what the competition is doing, and I want to see if if it's something that I feel that down the road, not just right now, but down the road, if we're able to compete with that and possibly get some of this organic traffic. So I'll be doing that one in the next video. Again, if you're watching this on YouTube and you want to watch all of the videos and all of the stuff and track all of this progress with us, head over to businessmarketingfuel.com and you'll see the link over there for the BMF Project Authority. Until then, I'll talk to you later.